Wife's best friend is 33 and single, and she's been looking for a serious relationship for quite some time. She has everything going for her: looks, successful career, homeowner, etc., but she just can't lock anyone down. My thoughts are that she always sleeps with the guy within a couple of days of meeting or the first couple of dates. Men don't want that. If women really give it up that easily, they're not wifey material. Should our friend stop putting out so quickly or continue to do what she's doing until the right one shows up? So,
you know what's funny? I have a homegirl who will not be named. Shout out to you. You are amazing. And she about to secure the bag too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her.
Okay.
That's me saying it nicely. I say all that to say, sorry, I had to make sure my audio was right, man. My headphones. All right. I'll say this about her. She said if you take her out on a date and you get her 2 glasses of wine,
it's go time.
You getting some ass.
It's go time.
And you know, as me having this conversation with her, I was not doing the math to figure out how to get there. Because at this time, I think I'm married at this point. But, you know, me and her got so cool and she was just telling the truth. And she was like, yo, it does not matter. She said, because, this is how it came up. I was asking her why she wasn't going out with this dude she's super interested in. Yeah. She's like, I can't go out with him. I'm like, why? And she said, Gavin, if I tell you the truth, will you judge me? I said, absolutely. Don't worry about it, though. Just tell me. And she said, yo, 2 glasses of wine and some dinner. She said, it's over. You getting something. She said, you getting something out of me. And she said, she was like, I don't even have to be drunk. I can play drunk.
Whoa.
But she was like, yo, you getting something. And so I respected her for that. And you know what? Shout out to her. She about to secure the bag.
She's getting married?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, congratulations.
To a great guy.
Yeah.
And he cool, she cool. So I'm just thinking, what is too soon?
What is too soon? Look, dude. For me, I'm not waiting. I want mine now. Right?
What?
I'm an impatient person.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not one of those people that's like, oh man, she gave it to me too quickly. I think a certain way about her. I think we had this conversation before. I think I'm the type of person to be like, yo, that's me. That's how I roll.
Oh my gosh. I guess for me, I look at it and say, hold on. There we go. Now I'm getting the audio right. I had to make sure somebody playing with my shit. Or maybe they not. Oh, maybe they not. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll be
sick. We still rolling. Here's my thing. All right. What's too early for Gavin? Yo, I'm looking at it like this. After 3 dates, cool. Anything before that, I'm probably looking at you like a jump off. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it's cool. Like, I'm not gonna care. That doesn't mean I'm done with you. But if I'm being serious about something, I'll probably be like, damn, you just gave it up that quick? 2 or 3 days? Mind you, after 2 or 3 days, we probably talking very consistently. We probably kicking it. So it's like, whatever.
I'm not gonna judge a woman on the first date. I mean, I'm not gonna judge.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna judge if she want to wait either. But I mean, I'm not waiting. So.
So you saying basically she don't put out, you getting it from somewhere?
Yeah, I am getting it from somewhere. I'm not. If I don't say I'm celibate, it has to be an assumption made that yes, I'm probably seeing someone else in the meantime. She can wait as long as she want to wait. She want to wait,
Facts.
Long as she can keep my interest.
I had a rule. I was like, yo, I was with you. I'm not waiting. But you know what? I also had an agreement. Like, once we did cross that line, I did let you know if I was sleeping with somebody else.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, I would absolutely.
We too grown for tonight.
If I'm seeing somebody else, because I mean, you got to have that conversation. I mean, like, because I mean, I'm gonna ask her. If she's seeing somebody else.
Oh, I ain't asking.
No, man. Like, I mean, I'm saying if you see her several times, but this idea of like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna wait. Like when Steve Harvey came out with the whole like make men wait 90 days.
How did that affect you? Because you were at the age, you were grown.
It didn't affect me at all because my answer was no. Crazy? What the fuck I'm waiting 90 days for? Like, we hear you like me. Do you consent? I consent. Yo, it's go time. And if you don't want me, it's like, yo, I mean, it's nothing to do. So I wasn't waiting 90 days, dude, because I know real talk, she wasn't waiting 90 days. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be here while another man's boinking the woman that I like. I'm sorry. I ain't into that.
So what was the temperature though? Because I might have been in high school. So when we was hearing this like 90-day thing, it was kind of funny to us because like yo, first of all, half the people wasn't getting ass anyway. Then it was like, and then just the logic behind it. I'm
trying to think of a nice way to say this, man, and I really, really can't.
I like this.
I really, really can't. Okay, so matter of fact, I got a good example. So on our most viral clip, right?
Oh gosh, it's still
it's still going. That shit gonna hit 1 million views.
It is.
But like, so you have a lot of people that come into the comment section, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be rude as hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you click on their profile, they, it ain't. It's like well, I don't even care, right?
Yeah, if your eyebrows bad, don't jump in our comments.
But if you go to the likes. If you go to the pinned messages, was like, yo, thank all the jump off to just all the side chicks that just like this and kept moving.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go and look through those profiles,
you
see that those women are a wee bit more attractive, right?
Absolutely.
So to answer your question, when you was like, yo, when the whole 90-day thing was going on, I'm gonna tell you from the attractive women up, they won't wait 90 days, bro. And they don't wait 90 days, and they be ready to go. They be go time. I don't do it. I won't wait. To this point, though, it's like, yo, if I meet a woman and like me and her click and we vibe, like some of my longest lasting relationships happen mad early. I can't say like first night early, but it was pretty quick.
Yeah, this book came out in 2009. So I was I was a sophomore in college and nobody was waiting in college.
Yeah. I mean, 2009, bro. Yeah, I was rolling. Yeah, I was rolling.
In its prime.
It never affected me.
Yeah, that was an interesting time in the world because I just remember, like, imagine being 20 and you had this girl in your face and she's like, oh, what Steve Harvey says, like, bitch, you got a dad.
Man, worse than that though, like dudes were actually buying into that, waiting for 90 days, and then she getting smashed the whole time by her ex.
Facts. Or by me. Yo, man, I want to welcome everybody to the Black Dads Club. Welcome in. Please go to the Instagram, like a video, comment. I will say this about the comments. Fair or unfair, I do not care. If you are not black, I'm really not taking your opinion that deep on black issues on our pod. Like, and I, not just any issue, but if it's like literally about black people, and if you're not black and you in the comments, I will either thumb my nose up at you, laugh, or delete your comment because I don't have time. Like, stay your ass out of black folks' business.
No, you know they're not gonna do that.
They not, but you know, and I know sometimes the others just ignore us. But yo, just like it, keep it moving. And also to the young man, I think his name is Daryl. Shout out to you. I can't think of your IG. I would shout you out. I did ask the question, yo, what's the benefits of having a kid out of wedlock? This nigga said, yo, if you a man, you might be dying. And you might want to have a kid real quick.
Yeah, that's terrible. It's not a good reason.
Sometimes when you have dumbass takes, sometimes, or if you agreeing on a take, sometimes you need to look at who else is agreeing with you, and you might need to change your take.
I mean, but dude, that I didn't expect people to disagree with that as much as they disagree. I didn't know having bastard babies was that important to y'all.
See.
So, congrats. Go have your little babies out of wedlock. But when we have our children, we tell our children not to marry your children. Don't look at us like we the bad people.
Oh yeah, and don't be upset when your kid comes to you and say, "Yo, I had a kid by a rando." Like, you're not allowed to be mad. You got to go back to the comments you wrote on our post, and then like I said,
out of wedlock babies can happen. The fact that we're intentionally doing it is what's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Right, it's literally called accidental babies, right? Like, you have accidental baby in a marriage. So, like, okay, like an accident, a whoopsie, like, I get. But the fact that we're just actually saying to ourselves, like, no, let's go out here and just be sexually irresponsible and bring a child into an intentional split home. It is mind-boggling.
Yeah, and you know the weird part for me about this is people assume when you say, yo, you shouldn't have kids out of wedlock, they assume that we're saying those people are bad people. They can't have great kids. They can't be functional. It's kind of weird to hear that. And like, I always look at people like, yo, I never said that. I love when y'all say what I didn't say because I'm very clear on what I say. I mean what I say. I think we both have stated on this podcast plenty of times, yo, we stand on what we say. We know
what's better. And not we know what's better like me and you know what's better. Like, statistically speaking, we know what's better. And I'm not going to continually make this argument. It's like if you had a truck that's rear wheel drive in the snow, right? Like, it's not good to drive just because it's a truck, right? You need a 4-wheel drive vehicle, right? We know that, right? We're not going to sit here and have an argument like, no, you could drive this truck that's rear wheel drive. Like, no, you can't, right?
Facts.
So it's the same thing when you're looking at if you're going to have children, right? Their responsibility. These are not accessories. They're not for fun. They're not just to, throw your DNA into the future. It's actually a responsibility towards mankind. The fact that we are intentionally saying that it's okay to do this outside of wedlock is bonkers to me. You guys are not my tribe. You're not. You're not a part of my tribe. You could be your own tribe.
Please.
I can be my own tribe. Like, maybe everybody agrees except for me. Maybe I'm the only lone person that thinks that that's a weird thing to do.
Look, I will say this in closing before I move on. When y'all bring to me how outer wedlock situations can work, and when you bring to me how marriages cannot work with kids, I always look at people, and it has nothing to do with the issues is never do with, oh, we was married or we weren't. It was, yo, you shouldn't have been with this person in the fucking first place.
Yeah.
And I think we got to start looking at it like that. Like, yo, all right. For instance, I had a young lady, and I know I'm not trying to prolong this, but I had a young lady who was like, yo, my mom was with my dad. They were married. He was whooping her ass. She left. And I told her, I said, yo, your mom shouldn't have had kids with that person, nor should she have married that person. That can be fair. Even though you are a great product of that, and I don't know you, so I'm going to just say that you are the next president of the United States. You're going to be the leader of the free world. Like, cool, I got you. Yo, if your mom could say I could have this in a marriage with somebody else, she would have you. Like, we got to stop landing on those things.
She preferred the other way. But the truth of the matter is, like, no... The unaccountability bunch typically don't say that, right? No. They don't typically go through and say, I wish I would have did things this way. Matter of fact, good segue. I was talking to one of my own girls, and she'll tell me about her goddaughter dating this guy. She lives in Texas. Dating this guy. He's progressing in his career. I think he's 27. Mm-hmm. She's 24, and they went out to like a music festival. So she's posting like pictures to like her Instagram. And our homegirls are just like, because they like picnicking, like, mm-hmm. Girl, you let that man take you out to a picnic, all that stupid city girl shit. And, she tells her mom, and her mom is just like, don't listen to them. Basically, like, don't make me come down there and beat you, girl. Don't you mess up this good man listening to your city girl homegirls. Mm-hmm. So I'm talking to her, right? Because, we all went to college together. And I was like, yo, like, I know the woman that she's talking about. And I said, how much more impactful it would have been if her mom would have said, hey, you saw how I struggled with you, and you saw how I didn't get along with your dad. You saw how I made it difficult for him. Don't you follow in my footsteps, right? Yeah. And I was like, y'all never do that, right? Yeah. The fellas will, but the unaccountability bunch would not. And 30% of our listening audience are female. So if y'all listening, man, if y'all do have daughters and sons, give them an apology and give them the ability to do better than you, because I know a lot of the mothers don't do that.
Yo, one of my favorite lines is when I was younger, my parents who were married, my dad was like, yo, do not get married as young as I did. He made that clear. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it was certain things that he had to deal with. And it was like, yo, even though I'm married, even though you might have, aspirations of being married, don't do it at fucking 20 like I did. Yeah. Like, you too young.
And it's so much to grow through, man. Yeah. Like, and I know couples that have been married like 10 years, 15 years, man. And I'm telling you, like, every last one of them, there's a stretch where...
Oh, we get rough.
It gets rough, man.
It get dark.
And it's like they got to work through it. And I always applaud the couples that I've seen that work through it. And I don't think a lot of people understand that about relationships. And I hope one of the things that our listener audience do get is like, in a relationship, it is going to be tough. And you know what? You're going to have to eventually love that motherfucker for real.
Yeah. You know what? Even being married, it was funny because I was talking to one of my clients yesterday. I'll take pictures for her. And she's young. I was about to call her a young girl, but she's 22, 23. You know what I'm saying? But her boyfriend lived together, right? And so I laughed and I said, she was talking about how perfect it was and how great their relationship is. And so she got all the new butterflies and all that shit. And so I was telling her, I was like, yo, when me and my wife moved in together, we weren't engaged. We wouldn't be together today because the shit got dark. Yeah. It was like, I'm coming home like, yo, I'm sitting in the driveway for 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I do think that a lot of people get this fake perception that everybody that's married on Facebook, first of all, the social media in the music industry is fake. In the entertainment industry, let me put it like that. Anything, all that shit is fake, right? And so as being a person that's married, yeah, it is dark times. And sometimes people got to delete their social medias. And sometimes people do, buckle down and go dark because they got to fix what's at home. And it's crazy because...
What could married couples do that would explain marriage better for people that are not married?
Bro, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. What could we do?
Yeah.
Talk about it more. But you know what? But you know what the problem is? It's like, if we talk about it, bruh, everybody going to be in your business. Everybody going to be judging.
Everybody going to judge you.
And when you go through stuff, like when me and you was around, you was hanging around me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't know what the hell was going on in my house. Yeah. But the shit was dark, right? Like it was like, yo, I'm tired of fucking going home. Like, but it was one of those things that if I was coming around telling everybody, yo, we're going through it, or you know what it is? There is times where you got to talk about it after it's done. Maybe once you get through the storm, you got to talk about it so that somebody else could see it. I think that's what it has to be, because everything isn't perfect. Everything isn't a great day, And
when you get through it, you do feel better. I mean, and I'm speaking as a divorced man. Obviously, there was something that I wasn't going to deal with. Yeah. But it's like, but once you do get through it, though, you do feel better. Like, you do feel like, damn, like, we can kind of take on the world.
Yeah.
And if you don't get through it, you're never going to have a good relationship, because every relationship is going to reach that point where the two of you, honestly, not feeling each other. Like, it's the minority that never dislike each other. And truth be told, like, I believe that one of the persons is just saying, I don't want to hurt the other person's feelings.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is, shout out to Mod from Active Dash. I'm wearing the tee. Hold on. And it was funny. Me and him was talking. He was like, he said it on the pod. Shout out to the Playbook. Please go on YouTube and watch. And my man said, yo, it got so dark, we moved out. And he said it was done, dog. And he said it took my homeboy hearing about it and called both of us and said, don't do this.
Yeah. So,
it is one of those things. And surround yourself. Some of us are surrounded by people who are trauma bonded. And they will ruin your shit. Going to the girl who friends was talking trash.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of, sometimes people want you to be single. Sometimes people cannot have healthy relationships in their life. So they want you to join them. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Court TV, and I know that shit fake too, but I'm still using this as a great example. My man said, he was like, yo, my boy left. He got a girl. So I lied to him. He's saying this on court, and he sounded so serious. He was like, yo, I lied to him and told him I messed with his girl, hoping he'll break up with her. And he was like, because I had nobody to hang with.
That had to be fake. That had to be fake.
Bro,
because most of your homeboys going to punch you straight in your face.
Straight in your face. But the dude sounded like he was kind of into like cucking. Like, the dude who he was talking to, he sounded like, because he sounded like he wanted to cry. Yo, the internet is ablaze. The ladies have spoken. The birds have been fed. And I am here to feed them even more. Certain places you can't take ladies. Now, how you want to do this list? You want to go through place by place? Or do you want to highlight places that you do agree with or don't agree with?
You know what? Let's look at places that because line by line, this list is pretty fucking long.
Yes, what's 28? We can go through a quick. What I think me and you about to agree on the first part. Just give me a yes or no. Do you agree? These are places. The ladies have made a list of places you should not take them for a first date.
For a first date. Okay, first off, you guys know I always say no restaurant first dates.
Okay, so Cheesecake Factory's a no. Applebee's.
No restaurants. But if you're going to go to a restaurant like, down the road for a date, there's nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory. Y'all are fucking tripping out here.
Yeah, that is a trip. I will say this.
Y'all are tripping.
If your nigga took you to Applebee's or Chilis, you are a bird.
But they might be young, bro. Nope. They might be young.
Okay,
they might be young.
Let's do that. Because I have taken a chick to Chilis for a first date. And we was young. And I was broke. And
Applebee's food is bad. My son actually wanted to go to Applebee's for his birthday.
Oh yeah.
That shit was terrible.
If you want to, if a dude take you to Applebee's, he does not care about you.
Yeah,
you are a bird.
Applebee's used to be a hangout back in the day. Like again, in the 20s, man. So I don't know. Like all these places, I'm assuming this is 30 up. But even though
Applebee's, you are a loser.
A good 40% of our listener audience is actually under 25.
So let's actually talk about our audience. Our main audience is 23 to 34.
Yeah,
they should not be taking nobody to Applebee's. I do not give a damn.
All right, fellas, don't go to Applebee's unless it's like our favorite place.
Or she a bird.
Chili's, no. Chipotle is nothing wrong with a quick lunch date at Chipotle's.
Not for the first date. Can't do that.
Dude, if you meet for lunch. Again, I tell you, y'all do too much on dates.
True.
Y'all do too much on dates. So this is not a first date. I'm not even including this for a first date.
Well, no,
because
this is what the lady said.
Restaurants are off limits for first dates.
Okay, but the lady said for their first dates.
For the first date.
I agree with them on Olive Garden. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, again,
it's trash food.
But unless you're young, though, these are a lot of places in my 20s, man. Like, I'm talking about like 20, 22, 23. You went to these places.
The
movies for a first date. I'm gonna tell you why the movies is a bad date for a first date. You're not talking to each other. You're in a dark place, so you're hoping something is going to happen that won't happen. It's trash.
And last, and I'm gonna make it quick. Here's the thing: she can annoy you. Imagine you go on the first date and she pull out her phone and she texting the whole time and she got that bright ass phone. That's like bad class. No movies.
No movies for first date.
Your house. Let me tell you something, man. Don't never do this.
Don't invite a woman to your house for a first date. Let her make the inference that she wants to come over.
Not even that. If it's the first date, bro, don't invite her. Don't invite a chick to your house for the first date.
Unless you got like a 6,000 square foot house.
No, or you want to get locked up. Like that's just not even safe. That's not even safe.
It's not safe.
It's not safe.
All right. Any fast food chain?
I'm with her.
Again, I'm with the quick lunch dates. I'm sorry.
Buffalo Wild Wings is ass. You are a bird. I'm about to point.
Whoa. Football season, basketball season.
Trash.
Nothing wrong with telling the chick come meet you out.
Not at Buffalo Wild Wings, bro.
For Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings is bird location central. You are a bird if a nigga invites you there.
If it's a Sunday and we're meeting.
No, Mike.
What if she like football?
Bro, when the last time you been to Buffalo Wild Wings?
I mean, I don't go because the
Answer
parking
my
is
question.
bad.
No, answer my question. When last time you went?
I don't know, man. A couple of years.
No, you've been there more than you ain't been there before COVID. Since before COVID.
Probably.
Exactly.
You're probably
Mike,
right.
It's horrible, bro.
Okay, I haven't been in a long time.
Wild Wing Cafe is not Buffalo Wild Wings. Even that's bad, but it's better than Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. All right.
I ain't never
Wingstop. Does Wingstop even have seats? I thought Wingstop literally just...
No, I think they got seats. Don't do that.
I was just saying, I thought Wingstop, you just pick up your wings and go.
Red Lobster. I'm with you. Even though the racial aspect, I'm still with you.
Okay, no Red Lobster. Don't go to buffets in general. Just after COVID, no more buffets.
You are a bird. If the dude invites you to a buffet, you are a bird.
All right,
bird.
IHOP.
Bird.
You know what? If she came over to your house and spent the night, and you go to IHOP, and you got the clappers quit, I don't know. It sound like a good first date. I don't know. I ain't mad at that. Bird. I mean, sometimes
Denny's, bird.
No, do not ever go to Denny's, period. Gym, terrible. Church.
No.
Yeah, no church for the first, unless you come to Pastor Mike Will Church.
Absolutely. Yo, can you imagine you going out with a chick and she like, yo, I go to Freedom House. Yo, you pull out?
Yeah.
They racist.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
No.
Allegedly, because them motherfuckers.
Yeah. Now this is when the list start getting interesting.
All right, Starbucks. All right, only because Starbucks coffee is bad, but there's nothing wrong with meeting somebody out at Starbucks for a meeting.
I don't drink coffee, but I didn't think nothing was wrong with that.
No, coffee dates. There's nothing wrong with coffee dates in general.
Yeah, coffee dates was cool.
Ice cream dates. I thought that was cute.
I thought that was cool.
We don't go to the park and grab ice cream and walk in the park.
Yeah, that seemed like cool.
What do y'all ladies want?
This is the section of the list where it's like, yo, these are the women who like, yo, I want my friends to remain single with me. This is that part of the list.
All right, family function.
That is a no.
Yeah, I guess.
No.
Okay. Movie night, Netflix and chill.
No.
Again, if we do the Netflix with your house, with the IHOP in the morning, with the fast clappers, I don't know.
Not safe.
It sounds like a pretty decent first date to me.
Fellas, don't do it. Anywhere that requires a long drive.
I would agree. Doing too much.
Yeah, I would love to know what is a long drive.
I mean, like if you wanted to go to like Asheville for the weekend, leaves changing. Like, yeah, that's too much.
Okay.
Because again, it's one of those things like, what if you don't like the person? Now you stuck with them for like 12 hours.
Facts.
Bowling, y'all are insane. Bowling
that's
is
cool
for the first day. Y'all are insane. Nightclubs. Do they even do nightclubs anymore? I thought nightclubs are pretty much done.
Nah, nightclubs is jumping, especially Cloud and Charlotte.
Hookah bar.
That's not bad. I like hookah. That's not that bad.
Post COVID, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. For a first date, I don't know if I want to go with you for a first date.
It's still like a bar, and maybe they got a hookah there. So it ain't the worst.
I could do that. The second half of the list really wasn't that.
Bro, a bar just for drinks, that's not bad. Now, Waffle House. All right. I'm with you. You can't do that. Sorry to the Waffle House, to the community. I respect Waffle House. I want my first brand deal to be with Waffle House. No.
Well, Waffle House should not be a first date. A fight might even break out in Waffle House.
Yeah, it's not safe.
Yeah,
and it depends on what time we going.
Not a safe first date.
Sport events, I kind of like that idea.
y'all crazy with the sporting event, which is kind of why I was like Buffalo Wild Wings. Because I'm like, yo, I enjoy sporting events. And sporting events are not cheap. There is no sporting event that you take somebody to that you go out to get out of there for under $1.
Oh, facts.
And I'm talking about like worst seats in the house, popcorn and water.
Yeah.
$1.
Let me tell you, this is going to get clipped. I'm here to say it now. I'm going to go through this list and I'm going to let you know you are a bird if a man ever took you here on the first date or he saw you as a bird. All right. I'm going to make it quick. Applebee's, Chilis, Chipotle, Olive Garden, any fast food, Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings for sure. If he took you to a buffet, he think you are ratchet and ghetto and he thinks less of you than a bird. IHOP, Denny's. He might think you're a bird if he took you to church first.
He might get you in that water.
Facts. Outside of that, I don't even know he think you a bird if he invite you to your crib. He might just think you easy.
I don't even think you easy. Like, I mean, sometimes it's a relaxing.
But I will say this, fellas, don't invite a woman to your crib ever. One, because that's not safe for her, but it's also not safe for you. Especially some of y'all live in these dangerous cities where some of the girls work for people. They work for the ops. They work for people who line up men. And I do think that's just not smart, man.
Yeah, you know, that's a solid point. That's a solid point.
Bro, they have a whole, and this is sad, and you know, this is not the immature pod, but it's so super sad. They have a whole thing on YouTube, and it's women who line people up in Chicago for the ops. Like they slide in the dudes' DMs. I don't think
I'd date in Chicago at all.
At all. Yeah, it's certain cities you shouldn't date in.
I don't think I'd date in
Chicago, Atlanta, LA, you know. Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's crazy. But then the fellas respond, and I love when the men do this. The fellas respond, list of places we refuse to pay if we not married. Bills, rent, house, car, hair, nails, bag, purses, jewelry, designer, vacation, furniture's in your crib, plastic surgery, bottles at the club. Y'all definitely pay for bottles at the club for
they
chicks.
Definitely do.
Za, which is weed for Mike because he's too old.
I have no idea what Za is.
That's what they call the weed. That's like,
I hate,
you know what I'm saying?
I hate y'all.
Yeah, pills. If you
I would not date a pill head.
Yeah,
Why would I?
Car repairs, food for another man's kids, gas, Uber. Y'all definitely pay for Ubers. DoorDash, snacks, and the last one. Yo, if a girl know that she can get her ties off you, you are officially a trick. You are a trick. Speaking of, shout out to my homegirl. I told her I was going to do this, man. She said her dude broke up with her. You know, I was going in on her because she asked the dude for a birthday gift. I said, has she slept with him? She said, no. She said he wanted to. I said, well, what did you ask for? She said, I asked for a Chanel bag. I said, you must have never bought one before. She said, absolutely not. I said, you women love asking for shit you do not pay for.
But you know what that tells me though? That tells me that she don't really like him. Because she would have been perfectly okay with him saying no and never talking to her.
You know what she told me? Yeah, but that's the only way that tricks will learn. And I told her, touche.
Yeah.
You have officially won. Your boy has been active.
Who is that? Mr.
McKnight. Or what does he go about now?
Let it snow.
What is...
Hey, I can't even play Brian McKnight at my wedding.
Do people ever turn on Brian McKnight? I ain't never heard somebody say, yo, turn that Brian McKnight on.
No, he's the wedding, man. You just did a wedding. They ain't play no Brian McKnight.
I ain't never been to a wedding heard Brian McKnight. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Damn. He don't sing that Mama song, do we? Who sing that? I'm too old. Too young.
No, you've heard Brian McKnight. There's no way you had a wedding. No, you don't hear Brian McKnight song.
I'm telling you, yo. Please leave in the comments. Have you ever played Brian McKnight at a wedding? Because the only song I know by Brian McKnight is "Back to One." Don't he got that song?
Yeah, dude, he do.
That shit go hard, but I ain't never heard that at a wedding.
You young?
Who sings the song to Mama?
One last cry, never felt this way.
No, nobody play that shit.
You ain't never. You probably don't know what "Never Felt This Way" even sound like.
No, I don't know that. I don't know. I don't think I know it's "Back to One." But you know what? I do feel like ESPN is gonna take down. See,
you can't tell me that you don't hear this at a wedding.
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
No. I'm telling you, Mike. They don't. Nah, bro. I'm being honest. Like now, wedding songs have definitely.
What y'all playing? Sexy Red at weddings now?
Oh yeah, I've heard her at a wedding. No lie.
Like
that shit go hard.
Walking in.
That shit go hard. Though. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. That shit go hard. Look, come on. You have heard some ratchet hood women empowerment music in the right setting. You like, all right.
Yeah.
Because we was talking trash about Ice Spice until you came back one day.
You're right. Meg got a few bops. Okay.
At the weddings now, it's a lot of John Legend. It's a lot of Alex Isley. It's a lot of Alex Isley. Excuse me. It's a lot of her. Like they play the same song, some Maxwell, and then they get into the ski. That shit go hard. What's wrong with Brian McKnight, bro?
Dude, the fact that he changed his name to his new son's last name to like basically exclude his oldest son. I mean, I don't know, but here's the thing, right? I see a lot of women not going in on Brian McKnight, and I figured out why. The reason why women aren't going in on Brian McKnight is because Brian McKnight is the man that all women that have babies and 2 baby daddies, etc., it's the man who they want, right? They want the man that's going to come in, claim their kids as his own, his own kids be damned, right? Because the lady that he married had 2 kids, and
she did.
I don't think she was ever married, and I'm not certain if she has 1 or 2 baby daddies, but he done came in, and we know she has multiple baby daddies now because Brian McKnight's one, her husband. So multiple fertility partners, and I was like, oh, this is why the women not really talking shit about Brian McKnight fucking over his own sons, because low key, this is what they want, right?
There is some
come in, take care of my kids, tell me that you love me, tell me that you love us,
adopt my kids,
adopt my kids, leave them in your will, turn your back on everybody else. Like low key, that's kind of what this toxic environment of dating requests and asks for.
I think Brian McKnight might be on 2 Mount Rushmores then.
I think
Mount Rushmore. He's on the Mount Rushmore with Russ on the type of men that single moms want.
The single mom.
They love
husband.
Russ.
They love Russ.
So that might be.
And I think Brian McKnight, he's showing us right. He's showing us what that man looks like when dude's like, yo, I can't see my kids, or this other man raising them right, and you like, damn, like they don't have any other parent, and it's like, yo, Brian McKnight showing us what that man looks like. And now we get to see what men have always been talking about is like a lot of you dudes come in and play stepdad and y'all are toxic as fuck.
Yeah. My toxic Mount Rushmore is Brian McKnight, Drake.
I can see that.
I'm trying to think who else.
I mean, I think Future was on it, but
I gotta. Pluto ain't on my toxic.
But here's
I ain't gonna lie. Future on there.
Here's the thing, though, right? Like, who would you rather be? Who would you rather share a baby mama with, Brian McKnight or Future? Because Future seemed like he leaves his baby mamas alone, except for Sierra.
Yeah, it seemed like Future just cut the check. Yeah. He get his weekends. His mom take care of the kids.
Brian McKnight gonna take your kids.
You ain't gonna see your kids.
You ain't gonna see your kids no more. Like,
yeah. Ooh, that is a great question. Who would you rather?
Yeah, Brian McKnight gonna try to take your kids, man.
What was your question?
Who would you rather share a baby mama with?
Future.
Brian McKnight or Future?
Okay, cool. Please let us know in the comments, because that is a question. Speaking of toxic people, Kim K has officially, I say this every podcast, and I'm here to say it again. The internet is fake. Entertainment news is fake. Entertainment world is fake. But so I say that to say whenever a celebrity, especially when they speak to certain brands, I know that a publicist have read this, and there's always a clip. Joe Budden said something that was super interesting when he was talking about Will and Jada. He said, Jada is selling a book, but her publicist probably came up with a narrative on how do we get you on every news cycle to promote this book. And he was like, slamming Will was probably the publicist's idea, embarrassing Will, right?
Again though, right? Like that's why I don't really like to come on here and like bash, bros, unless we gotta talk about our own behavior. Is because that's always the go-to. Yeah, right? Like if you bang on a black man, it's like, yo, that's the go-to. Like that's gonna sell. That's the only thing that everybody they never see the body, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's metaphorically speaking or actually see it, right? They never see the body.
Yeah, and so the reason why I said that is I believe when stuff is happening, we can only take what Kim has done with a grain of salt. Why? Because 5 years ago, however long ago, she said, yo, my family's done with reality TV. We stepping down. The show is over, blah, blah, blah. She's still on TV, right? And they're promoting this show. And I imagine it's almost like when a rapper tells you, yo, I'm retiring. And then nobody believes it because it's like none of y'all ever retire.
Yeah.
it's like, all right, now Kim is out here and you're trying to, I imagine ratings for the show is down possibly. And so now she's out here and Kim K has a Manny, a male nanny. And it set the internet ablaze a little bit. I mean, I don't think black people really care.
Yeah,
about Kim K
I mean, because
anymore.
I think we're kind of over the Kardashians, but I think it does speak to, again, why we should not be having kids out of wedlock because.
Well, she had her kids married.
True.
All of them.
But like how I think the marriage was real to Kanye. I don't know if that marriage was ever real to Kim.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's interesting.
Yeah, so it's the kids already have a Manny. His name is Kanye.
Amari West or whatever his little name is. She said, I do think that my household and even in my family and our family, it's like very female dominated. I really wanted a male around that was going to be picking him up and taking him to sports. She revealed that she was scared out of my mind in sharing the news with Kanye, who ended up taking the news well and meeting with the Manny. He was there when he was dropping off the kids. Kanye introduced himself. He played 2-on-2 basketball with Saint and has been with him since. She said that the Manny and Kanye had a exchange and he was like, yo, if you're going to help raise my son, because he handed him a ball really easily or something. This is how I know stories be made up. Like, this story sounds stupid.
He
He said that Kanye told him, don't do that. Make him go get it himself. These are some of the rules I will want. And he was like, oh my God. Okay, that's great. Now, here's my thing. I do believe billionaires need nannies. Right?
Yeah. I would agree.
Absolutely. And I'm not even against having a male nanny if that's what you want. I'm not finna do the whole thing of, is it weird if a man is watching your kids or if he's watching your daughter?
Yeah, I don't
or
think there's anything wrong with a nanny or a male nanny. Like,
Yeah.
I'd concede all those.
The
things.
bullshit comes in when you throw in the spice. This is why you don't take nobody to Chipotle. It's too much spices in that nasty ass bowl. Right? They throw too much pepper.
I thought I was the only person that didn't like Chipotle.
Bro, Chipotle has always been ass.
Yeah, it's not that good.
It's a certain subset of people in this world who thought Chipotle was banging and they lack melanin and they got some Hispanics on board and the shit is ass. But with that, she threw in a spice. My kids needed a male influence. And to me, that was disgusting.
It was. And again, the reason why I hate it is because they are such influencers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That becomes a thing where society buys in.
Yeah.
Right? Like at one point in time, plastic surgery was not a big thing, right? Like there was a time when I was young, right? When I was a young boy, like there was a time where the only people that really had plastic surgery was like celebs, like
Facts.
people that was in Hollywood, right?
Facts.
People that was in Miami, New
Facts.
York a little bit. It wasn't everybody, right? Like now, everybody wants the tits done, a BBL, all
Teeth.
the,
They going across seas to get the veneers. I want
ass
some.
shots, right? Everybody wants it, right? The real part of that reason is because the Kardashians came in and we literally saw them change.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing, right? Like I can't even hate. Like Khloe actually looks better. I can't even hate. Like she's fine now, right? So it's like when you have a society where people see this stuff and you're like, damn, okay, I want that. When they come in and they say stuff like, Khloe is fine now. I can't even hate, bro. Like,
Yo, Khloe and Kylie did level up after the knife.
yeah, I can't hate. Like, I get it. But it's like, man, but when you start bringing in things like, okay, I want my child to have a male influence, right? And that male influence is somebody else. And these kids literally have fathers, right?
Yeah.
Especially black fathers. It infuriates me.
Yeah.
It infuriates me, especially when we constantly see that when women say, okay, well, I want my child to have a male influence, right? The first thing they do is go put a ball in the kid's hand. Like, it's not the impact of fathers, right? Like, sports is not the impact of fathers, right? Fathers are there to teach the kids restraint, to teach the kids how to pick themselves up, to teach the kids how to harness and control the inner emotions. It's so many things that we do in the house that just goes unnoticed. And to have us reductive as, well, I want somebody to take the kids to fucking soccer practice. Yeah, I mean that's infuriating.
You know what's two things is funny. Newsflash. if Kanye would have said, yo, I'm hiring a nanny because my kids need a woman influence around the house, y'all will be firing him up. But once again, this is one thing that black men, black fathers cannot do. But the rest of the world gets silent on when somebody does it to a black man.
Yeah.
Two things. One of our listeners, shout out to Sierra, she told me she was listening to Carisha from City Girls. And she was talking about how she did a thing. She asked, is it any straight men in the room when she was doing her podcast? And she brought the guys up there. She asked them, do you prefer natural or enhanced bodies? And she said, Sierra said it made her sad because Carisha went in on every man that said they prefer natural bodies and told them, sit down, shut up, don't talk. And it's like, dog, yo, there was a time where it was like the 10% had enhanced bodies.
Yes.
And now we get into the where it's like the 70% has it.
At least on social media, right?
Yeah,
like
well,
that, you know.
Yo, no disrespect. Shout out to Dwight Howard, man. You got to start asking people some questions like, yo, have you had anything done? Yo, yo, man, I'm going to say this. Yo, we should have opened with that.
I'm staying away from this one.
Mike can stay away because I'm a part of the community. I think I'm the A in there. Ally. I'm with y'all.
You're an ally?
Yeah, I'm an ally, man, of the podcast. So if we ever get canceled, I'm be like, yo, I'm a part of the community. I'm going to die on that sword so that we don't get canceled. Yo, I caught up all the L's, the G's in the LGBT community that I knew. You know what they all said?
What?
We been known he was.
I don't think anybody didn't know. Like, if you like basketball.
Well, I think the only people who didn't know that Dwight played for both sides of the field was the media.
I don't even think he plays on both sides. I think he's pretty much said he's a tight end right now.
Yeah.
He's on one side of
Bro,
the field.
it's funny because, like, bro, in the straight community, it is always, or the hetero community. I don't know, you know, look, we got to label correctly here. We've always said, yo, Dwight, look, it's NBA players that you've heard that just get around.
Yeah.
John Wall, James Harden, the rest of y'all married, so I got to leave it alone. But it's certain people that you know. You never heard nothing about Dwight Howard. And also, I've met people that knew Dwight Howard, that been around Dwight Howard, and they was like, yo, Dwight Howard, his eyes look at men. Cool, great. And when I called all the gay people the other day, it was like, yo, we been on that. Like, that's in our community. And I always tell the story of when I hit my homeboy up and I was talking about Lil Nas X and he was like, yo, just let you know he's gay. And I'm like, no, he's not. Like, that hasn't came out. He was like, no, in our community, we already know who be gay and who not. Like, we know who on the DL. We know who playing both sides of the field. Y'all be finding out super late. But anyway, I messed up a good segue because I was going to segue into City Girls, who are out there on pace to sell 6,000 to 8,000 copies of their latest album, Real Ass Whores.
Is that a little bit?
That is, me and you could do that. If I have Diddy behind me, if I'm winning podcast awards, if I'm getting 2 million spins on a podcast every time I drop it, I should be able to sell more than 6,000 album copies.
I think we learning that some of these numbers aren't what they seem.
So it brings me to the question of, yo, are women catching on? Are they picking up on, yo, this shit ain't what it's caked out to be?
You know what? I mean, I think we get a lot of complaints for the black manosphere. I guess the manosphere in general, but I hate saying manosphere because the red pill and I do not get along on the majority of things. But I think, like, with the black manosphere, majority of us aren't red pill, so I just say black manosphere. Mm-hmm. I think there's an impact, right? Like, there is a pulling back, right? When men are telling other men, like, hey man, if you're not, if she isn't, cooperative, considerate, caring, like, why?
Nice.
Yeah, like, why would you date her, right? Like, I think men are getting that message, understanding, like, man, if all she want to do is bop and pop bottles and ask for Chanel bags, right? I'm not really getting the benefit from that. Like, the exchange isn't fair. Yeah. So I think that is making women realize, oh shit, right? This ratchetness, isn't helping me. So I do think that, and the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna do that silently, right? They're gonna do that when nobody's listening, nobody's watching. I think that's why the City Girl sells a low.
Yo, I look at it and say, y'all know how I said it a couple weeks ago. I'm here to repeat it. Yo, I believe the Sukis of the world, the Sexy Reds of the world have really turned the knob up on, yo.
They don't went all the way.
They was like, yo.
They all the way.
They all the way. Because I think they really about that life.
Yeah, like Suki actually has OnlyFans, don't she?
I seen Suki give head and throw up on the dick and kept going.
Yeah, like, you know, I didn't see the squirt video, or I don't even think that's squirt. I think that
It was just piss.
Well, I mean, then now we gotta have an argument with the squirt.
It's not pee. It is water leaving your body. Oh,
yes,
never mind.
Okay.
Y'all still haven't found my Reddit page.
But so we got Suki doing that, right? We got Sexy Red that obviously is saying that she's selling it. So I think that, you know, the women that play with it, right? Now it's almost like when you had male rappers that would play rapping about being hood, and then the real hood rappers show up. And then they be like, "Oh yeah, you thought this was, you thought this was a game."
Facts. Michael Irvin's son.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Irvin's son.
That was hilarious to hear Michael Irvin come out and be like, "Yo, my son, you know, he has these albums and he's out here and he grew up in a gated community." Do you think that was fair or foul?
That was fair. It's his pops, and his pops could definitely check his son from being corny.
You know why I think it's fair?
Yeah,
you got me more spins. Yo, you actually you boosted my streaming numbers. So I think it was a win-win.
Speaking of Michael Irvin, did we talk about him having to get that settlement? And they never apologized to him?
We did, but we talked about we don't know how much it was.
Okay, you're right. Let's just reiterate that did happen.
Yeah. Because remember I told you, I was like, yo, I used to work for Marriott. It was a camera right there. It's cameras everywhere except the rooms.
Yeah.
Like, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And I say allegedly because somebody from ESPN sued a Marriott for, you know, whatever, for allowing that to happen or knowing, which is wild, bruh. I don't think people understand. There are certain rooms when you check in the hotels, it's certain rules that hotels can't do and you automatically get fired for. And the fact that they allowed, like, I can't go, you can be in a room, me and you could be cool. I can't go to a hotel and say, yo, it's Mike, boom. Is Pastor Mike in this hotel? There, if they give you that, bruh, you can sue the hotel. Like,
nice.
Look, y'all don't believe me? Go there. Damn, never mind. I ain't gonna do it. I was gonna say, yo, go to a hotel, have your friend to do it, call down, say such and such is bothering you. Did you tell anybody? And if you make sure it happens, you will get a free night stay. But don't do that because that's immoral. But I think, you know, the Michael Irvin thing is cool. I think it's funny. The other part of it I think is funny is, yo, newsflash, all these artists is lying.
Yeah, I mean, they're actors. At some point, we do have to realize that there is an embellishment that goes on. I mean,
facts.
In podcasting, you know, motherfuckers are lying. In acting, people are lying. So it's like, no, it just
all y'all niggas lying.
That's part of entertainment. You know, we might embellish a little bit on here.
Oh, I definitely lie. I'm here to let everybody know if you hear me tell a story, 2 details of that story, 2 identifiers of the story has been changed. And I will lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was interesting. Speaking of sports, I am here to inform everybody. I was right once again. I told y'all last year, Mike will not stop watching the NBA. Mike, are you ready to come to... Where my church music at, man? Where we at? You know, I ain't even got it. I'm going to give you hand claps if you tell the truth.
Hey, man, I did not watch the playoffs, but the season has started. And I'm boycotting the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, my gosh.
Not the whole NBA. I might have folded a little bit on that.
Why are you going to stop watching the Grizzlies?
Because, man, they should let Ja play, man.
Should they?
Yeah, he didn't do anything. He was a patriotic American.
Ja did something. We know Ja did something.
I mean, he was doing too much.
He was doing too much. And I heard, never mind. I'm not going to bang on black men. You know what we didn't talk about?
What?
And I'm gonna say this, and I mean this. No matter what I've said about Ja, and I believe certain platforms, I'm cool with All the Smoke. I'm cool with Breakfast Club. I'm cool with Joe Budden. I'm cool with Nori. I'm cool with Gillian Wallow. I'm cool with Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. if they want to have this conversation. I am cool with Club Shay Shay having this conversation, or LeBron in the shop. Even though I know a lot of these places won't, I am not cool with ESPN banging on T. Morant. Because that is so much of low hanging fruit. Really, I believe it's disrespectful.
Yeah, it really, and you don't understand, like, you know, there's no context, right?
No,
like,
not at
you know
all.
what
It just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah,
bro.
like if we were to talk about T. Morant, right? Like there'd be context, right? Like there'd be a ton of homage that'll be given, and then we'd be like, all right, T, you're doing too much here.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas when ESPN talks about it, it's like, yo,
unnamed source.
yeah, unnamed source. He's the problem. Like, yo, the dude that raised him in the fucking suburbs is not the source of the problem.
Look, and the anonymous source might have been us. It might have been this podcast.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It, like, that's how I believe, like, that stuff to me is BS. So when I see ESPN, if you don't know, ESPN came out a report from an anonymous source saying that T. Morant is the issue with Ja Morant. He's putting a battery in his back and he's living out his hoop dreams through his son, which if you have eyes, you see. But I do believe that there is some, what I say, let me clarify what I see. You see that he's living very much through his son.
I mean, but how many parents do that, right? How many parents wanted to be doctors and their kids are doctors and they live through that? How many moms wanted to be models and then their daughters are models?
Yeah,
and they live
a lot.
It's like so it's not. So they're saying it as if it's something that T. Morant is doing that doesn't happen by and large in this company. There's a whole show called what, Tiaras and something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, which was, I mean, insane. Isn't that where Honey Boo Boo
That's
came
where
from?
she came from.
Right. So it's a whole industry of people in different places. But God forbid it's a black man. And then it's like, oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world. He's damaging. Like,
and I thought it was so like
FOH.
distasteful because it's like, damn, man, like y'all doing this, like this is where y'all landed at.
Yeah.
And look, I get it if Ja Morant was out there doing something, talking, acting out, but they was literally at home minding their business. We 5 months removed from talking about Ja Morant, and then y'all just like, nope, here we go. I can't wait to see. I watched opening night last night. The Lakers is in trouble, dog.
I mean, that's what they do. They played the champs, and they kept it within 10 for most of the game. So
yeah, but I never looked at the Nuggets as like, yo,
They don't
we
seem
playing
like
hard.
they're like dominating champs, but I mean they are the champs.
Yeah, nah, they damn, I just lost my train of thought. It was about the NBA.
Well, I mean, you was saying how the Lakers suck, but hey, I will say this about the Lakers.
I know
the Lakers have more scorers now, so I think the Lakers will be fine. I think they're a 50-win team. I don't think they're gonna win the championship, but I think they're a 50-win team this year.
Yo, Savannah, every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, every 9 months, every day, Savannah James proves why she's better than her husband.
Yes.
At being the GOAT.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I mean, not better than her husband. I thought you were about to say better than other NBA wives. LeBron's the GOAT.
He is. But she's showing as NBA wise, she's the GOAT, bro.
Yeah, she's the GOAT of NBA wives.
And if we doing a race on who's the GOAT, if she's the GOAT of the NBA wise and he's the GOAT of NBA, she's leading him.
She's leading.
Because Jordan's still number one.
Yeah.
Savannah never ceased to like amaze me, dog. And so this commercial, I don't give a damn if it's unrealistic for Brian to stick around to
Bryce
get there. And I'm telling you,
or even Bronny gonna even ever play basketball again.
Well, you know, exactly,
Yeah.
right? Let me not get distracted. I'm the distracted one on this podcast. Savannah doing the commercial, your messaging in the commercial, you just holding it down.
She is, man.
It's like holding it down since, when we met LeBron, we knew he had a girlfriend that he had a child with.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Savannah. For her to still be around 21 years later,
and
dog,
still looking good.
No, looks better.
Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, I mean, like, what's crazy is like, there's clips, you know, 'cause I follow LeBron on Instagram.
Clearly, you would.
but there's clips of him and Savannah just like hanging out, like driving home, FaceTiming the kids. Like, dude, they really are like buddies.
Yeah, you could tell.
Like, they are like buddy, and it's like, I mean, you know, I know J. Cole say that Will and Jada kind of love. I know he don't say that no more. But I mean, you know, should the LeBron Savannah type love be a thing? Because like low key, when I date a woman, I want her to be my buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to crack jokes. I want to laugh. I want her and I to just be able to get in the car, wind the windows down, and just ride and talk. And that's enjoyable.
You know, my favorite thing when I look at Savannah, you know, you follow her, and I've told y'all this all the time. If they in the entertainment industry, you can't believe it. And they in the entertainment industry. But, you know, one thing I do love about them, and I believe this part, I'm going to force myself to believe this part. Savannah looks at him, bro, when you watch them online, and she looks like, how do I make your life easier? How do I remove pressures from your life?
Yes.
And how can I push us Because let me tell you something. If you follow any of these celebrities and you follow the person that their wives or the mother of their children, whoever, their longtime girlfriend, whatever, they usually run the foundations, dog. They usually run the day-to-day stuff. The stuff that you can save money, so to speak. I don't believe LeBron James had at school without Savannah's help.
No, I don't think he had a career that he has without Savannah's, help. And again, I think that's what makes her special, is because we're looking at what a wife should look like in a man's life, right? And then we also see, how this guy, I know the alleged rumors about LeBron or whatever. I don't think any of that happens without Savannah, though. Even the rumors, even if they true, I think she approved it. Like, that's how cool I think she is.
Dog, there's that old clip of LeBron, rookie year. He's coming in the league. He's on one of the award show. He's telling Ashanti how pretty she is. How many girls we know would have folded right then and there?
Yeah.
Because you know why? They got the homegirl who at the festival on blankets. She's calling you like, yo, did you just see what your baby daddy just said on TV?
Exactly.
How many women fold right there?
Nah.
Whether it's a script, whether he meant it. And my thing is she's killing it. And it's actually cool to see the family, dog. And it's cool to see she's still there. And shout out to LeBron, because bruh, it's easy. Let me tell you something. The temptation out here just for men in general is crazy. The temptation for men, if you got a good head on your shoulder, is crazy. The temptation is crazy if you married out here.
Yeah.
And for you to be worth $1 billion.
Yeah. Yeah, the temptation.
For you not to fold.
I think he gets it, though. I think he gets it, and I think it's with the assistance of his wife.
Absolutely. We have a marriage question.
What's the marriage question?
Come on, man. Don't worry about it. Got you, man. I love when people text me in the middle of the pod. My wife called in the middle of the pod. This comes from Love Unscripted. We just ripped this offline, so don't y'all try to kill us for this. Is a marriage over if your spouse loses physical attraction to you? Yes.
Oh, shit.
That shit is cooked.
So if your spouse, so we talk about weight gain, or attitude change. Because both of those can make. Oh, it says physical attraction.
Yeah.
Shit. Is the marriage over? Contractually, no.
No.
I think you stay for your responsibilities. But sexually, yeah. I mean, and if you're in a sexless marriage, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know if I want to say this, because this shit.
Go ahead.
Probably.
It's too late.
Look, if you're in a sexless marriage, man, I think it's one of those things where it's contractually you're there, but emotionally, physically, and spiritually you're not. I don't really think that's even cheating at that point. If you lose physical attraction, man, and y'all aren't in those places, at that point it's just we got the responsibilities of house, kids, whatever it is, right? We just have these responsibilities. You're not really married anymore. So
my thing is always all right, so in reality, is your marriage over? I think my question would be should it be over? No. Let me put it like that. That's the truth. Should it be? Is it most likely over? I think it's going to take a detour, and then we get into this question of, yo, can you stand the rain? Did Brian McKnight sing that? He did not.
No.
I kept asking you, did he sing the Mama song, but you didn't say no.
I don't know who said Mama. That's Boys and Men.
Yeah, you were supposed to say that, but you didn't. I was trying to get you.
I hate that song, though.
Me too, because it's at every damn wedding.
I hate it.
All the first dances for sons and their moms are all sexual. Anything that talks about mom. Mom in the world of music for R&B is sex songs. It was work. I don't even know what we played. We might have played some random John.
Why'd you ever go look at the video they played Mama?
Hell, nah, we didn't play that. Because my sister, Brittany kept making the joke, we got to play that because she loves singing that song. I'm I hate that song. She just loves it because she knows it annoys me at every wedding. Yeah. No, your marriage should not be over if it's a physical attraction. But I do believe that there are certain questions we have to have.
Well, there's a conversation definitely to be had. But I mean, look, if you lose physical attraction, I mean, are we going to the gym? All right. Are we eating right? Are we cooking? Have we had this conversation before you got to the point of, everything being lost? There's a lot of fucking L's that was taken before we've gotten to this point. So I think the best question is, do we have the type of marriage where we can have real in-depth conversations like, you know, baby, you putting on a little bit of weight, or, you know, baby, I need,
or you lost a lot of weight.
baby, I need you to shave more. I need you to get more haircuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we in a safe enough space to where we can have those conversations? I mean, you're not under any obligation to be sexually attracted to somebody
And some
that's
people,
not what you want.
Yeah, and some relationships, and I know people who like this. I'm not saying both parties are, but I definitely know some people where sex isn't a big deal.
Yeah,
like, in a marriage. And so when I say it like that, it is what it is. No,
you're right. There's definitely some marriages like that. And I mean, but you know, a lot of those marriages where sex isn't a big deal in the marriage, you know, both of them have somebody else. And the marriage is kind of built around the contractual obligations of what they were trying to build.
Or some people, I don't think everybody is like uber sexual. I know.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. And it might not be I have somebody else. It's like, yo, we have sex twice a month, and that's cool with us. We like that. We don't have to depend on sex, or it's not a big factor in our relationship. And it is what it is. But I look at it and I'm like, yo, I'm with you. We got to start having questions. Is this a safe place for us to start having conversations and questions on why am I no longer physically attracted to you? And I think some other things outside of the physical will be revealed, and y'all might be cooked.
Yes.
And if y'all cooked,
and
figure out what you're doing.
I mean, and you can get it back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
yeah, you could get that back, especially if it's just physical. Like, yo, you could drop. You know, like if you 350, you could drop back to 250, 180. I've seen it, man. I seen a young lady,
and y'all getting surgery.
Yeah, and you got surgery. I seen a young lady drop a ton of weight, and you know, she look good now, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, no, you could definitely get it back. So I mean, is the marriage over? No, but I also think that, you know, I want to leave it out that, like, yo, if somebody's not sexually attracted, you know, because of what's happened physically. I mean, that they're not wrong for that. We can't tell people they're wrong
For what?
for how they feel.
Well, what you mean? We can't tell them.
We can't tell them that they're wrong for how they feel, man. If a man is like, yo, I'm not attracted anymore, or a woman, right?
Oh, yeah.
We can't tell them that, like, yo, you're wrong. Like, you shouldn't feel that way. You should still love. Like, nah.
I do think people look at people and say, yo, I think it's wrong if you about to leave somebody just because you no longer physically or sexually attracted to them. Because if that's what you get married for.
Yeah, if you get married, well, that's the thing, right? We talked about it early. We talked about that was the first part of the pod was like, you're going to have to get through a rough spot. This could be part of that rough spot.
Yeah, but if you getting married to me and the only reason, let's say I do everything else right, but I've gained weight.
You mean like me marrying Drea? Like I married somebody that I know that it's just a physical attraction? And then when that physical attraction gone, like,
because then some people,
that marriage was fucked up from the beginning anyway.
Yeah. So I will look at. I don't never hear nobody say, "Oh, you know, you wrong for feeling that way." It's usually like, "No, you wrong for turning your back on that person." Just because the season changed.
Yeah.
The seasons do change. People get older. Because, you know, the sad part is, bro, what happens if they encounter a disability? What if they do get paralyzed? What if they do get an accident? You gonna turn away? What if they run into a burning house to save your ass?
Yeah. Now,
you know
now although when I read that question, I wasn't thinking of, like, you know, things that actually happen, right? Like age or, you know, accidents, things of that. I was thinking along the lines of, like, yo, you're just not physically attracted no more because you let yourself go.
I definitely know a shorty who she got with her man. She recently broke up with her man because it's sad, man. He's disabled, and she just said it's too much.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And it was like, you know, the crazy fucked up part? He was disabled before they got married.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Poor black man. Hey, black man, I'm with y'all.
Gosh,
I'm just leaving that out there on the table.
I ain't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
Gavin lead us on a sad note.
When I hit the record, I'll show you her.
Good job, Gavin.
Yo, she done lost a shit ton of weight too.
Oh, she done got hot. Shit right here, man.
Bro, she out there too. She on the strip.
She thotting.
Hold on, let me show you.
Hey, man, the thotting is out of control right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hold on, man.
Thotting is out of control.
Let me see, man. Where's she at, man? This girl right there, man. Yo, I want everybody to please tune into our YouTube page, man. Go follow, go like.
Yeah, she all right.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you her before.
She getting out here too. She getting out here.
Check them locations. She ain't in.
She getting out here. God damn. The Grand Prix in Miami. I used to stay there. We gotta get our money up. We gotta get our Patreon. Hey guys, please like, share, subscribe. Get this out, man. Get this out. Get this out so I can be where she at. Goodness. Man, she cute.
Yeah. She didn't look like that before she got married, though.
Ooh, dude, I think I know who to... All right. We got to close out. Hey, thanks for coming. Good night.
We'll
holla at your boy.